Today I'm doing avocados in preparation to making some trail mix. Now, trail mix traditionally have a lot of peanuts and like M&Ms and nuts and things of that nature. A lot of trail mix is going to be heavy in sugars and salts and has some protein, but I think one of the things that is lacking in trail mix is fat. And fat, just like any other nutrient, is important in our diet. So the nice thing about avocados is not only do they have 3 grams of protein, they're 240, each one is around 240 calories, but each one has about 22 grams of fat. And that's important in a diet. And so I'm going to be processing these avocados, slicing them up and freeze drying them, and then I'm going to put them in my trail mix so that my trail mix is going to be a little bit more balanced. Now, when I first bought these avocados, they were really, really hard. When you try to push them, press them in with your thumb, it was just almost hard as rock. So I left these out on my kitchen counter for about a week, and now when I press them in, they give just a little bit. So these are at the perfect ripeness to process. And to process avocados is pretty a simple thing to do. Now, avocados, once they're peeled, will want to oxidize really, really quick. They'll want to turn brown. So I have a bowl right here with about a cup of water. And normally you can use like Fruit Fresh, but instead of using Fruit Fresh, I'm actually going to use lime juice. I like using lime juice with my avocados because it gives it just that kind of little bit of a zing and kind of gives a little bit of acid that makes everything taste better. And I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons of lime juice in my water there. So we're going to take our avocado, and you've probably done this before, but you have the top here, the bottom here, and we're just going to go from bottom to top right through the stem, just rotating the avocado around in a nice circular motion. And they separate just fine. And to get the pit out, you can just kind of flip that out with your knife. So we have 2 perfect halves now. And the way I like to do it is just lightly score it. And when I say lightly, I mean lightly. And I really don't want to get a really sharp knife because I'm holding this and I don't want to go through the peel into my hand. So just some light scores going through the avocado. And then I have my favorite avocado spoon, which is just the right roundness and size that I can just come right in and scoop everything right out of the peel. So the peel's absolutely empty. And then I can take these and just kind of separate the slices and drop them into my lime water. So this is the other half. You can tell when an avocado is too ripe because you'll start getting this browning. Now I just have just a hint of browning around where the stem is, but the riper they are, the more brown or blackish they'll be inside, and that's usually a sign that they're a little bit too ripe. So make my incisions, get my spoon, and do the little scoop, and out they come, and into the water they go. Now, my wife went shopping at a dollar store, and she found this little gadget. Things are in a dollar store for a reason, and that's why I've always tried to tell her. So this is like a special tool just for avocados. So it has a little thing to make the serrations, and on the side is like a little Boy Scout knife. You can open up, and it has a plastic knife here. So we're going to try this out. So we're going to do the same thing and see how this works out. You go from the top. We're going to slice this down, and the first thing I'd notice is this blade is really thick, and it's making quite a coarse cut. Okay, so it opens up. So we're going to flip, trying to flip this out with a plastic knife is not doing too well. Okay, there we finally got it out. So then you take this little doohickey, and we're going to put it right between the meat and the peel. We're going to push it in, and it's just not slicing as easy as I hope it would be. In fact, it's kind of smashing things out, so I kind of have to push this through the blades here. So as you can see, I got all sorts of avocado on the tool here, and avocados here kind of smashed up. So like I said, things are at dollar stores for a reason. So this thing, I don't know what to think about this. I think I'd just rather use my spoon and my knife, and I have a lot more success just doing it the good old-fashioned way, because I think my slices come out a lot better than using a special dollar tool. So once the avocado slices have been put in the lime water, I'm going to go ahead and put them out on my tray. And there's really no reason to make them all uniform. Just toss them in there, because we're going to load this tray up and I probably have about 2 dozen avocados. So that's my first few avocados. We're going to go through here and do the rest of them, and then we're going to pre-freeze them, and then they go into the freeze dryer. So here are my 2 trays of avocados, and I'm just going to balance these out. Need 1,424 grams in each tray. That way they'll dry at the same time. 1424. Okay, 1425, close enough. So I have the same weight in each tray. So into the freezer they'll go to pre-freeze these, and then into the freeze dryer. These are my avocados out of the freeze dryer. So now these, I'm just going to put these into a Ziploc bag for now, because I'm going to be making a trail mix with some blueberries and apricots and peaches and raspberries and mango and all other different types of foods. So these are not going to go into my long-term food storage, but it's going to make like a trail mix. And I have another video that shows the trail mix and what I'm going to do with it. And I think it's a pretty interesting project, something I've never seen done before. So anyway, these are avocados. They are really good for you. They have a lot of fat, a lot of calories, and it's almost a perfect food. So anyway, thank you for spending some time with me. Please subscribe and watch the upcoming video about my trail mix that has avocados as the base food, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.